Caroga. Qapla.
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Caroga. Oh, that's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to kiss your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
You come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. Here to make war, we surrender. All good, important things are needed to be.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework planet. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. That means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before, or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Birdo Prey 5 channel. Hail Caroga.
Hello world, it's Birdo Prey 5, Qapla, and welcome to a special Saturday edition of Dear Bop. Unfortunately, no Cinema Saturday today, as I'm still recovering from pneumonia, and just didn't feel like it was in me today to watch a 2-hour movie. When I started today, we had 18 Dear Bops. We now have 27. So I'm not sure we're going to get through them all today. I will try my best to at least get through the 27 we have now. If we get more after this, I can't promise. I can't promise. Also, people started chatting way early. And while I always appreciate that, I can't promise I'm going to be able to read all the previous chats because I can't read and talk as much as I normally could on a day when I don't have pneumonia. But Rabid Slug Ouchies, aka Kronos, claims to be first, and he looks like he was first. So welcome, Kronos, as Rabid Slug Ouchies. We will call you Kronos from here on out. Mako said, "Hail Caroga, death to Turdistan, absolutely." Josh Street's in the house, and he says, "Down with New Jersey, I mean Caroga." No, I am in. Caroga is not in New Jersey. Welcome, Josh Street. Welcome, Richie Poole. And he says, "Charlie is the true heir to the throne of Caroga. Sassy is his regent." Whatever. Both. Yes, Charlie is an heir to the throne. And Richie Poole says, "Birdo Prey must be hungry." Not 100% sure what's going on with that. Let me go back and read the at Birdo Prey 5 chats. John Street says, "No Richie Poole. Charlie shall not pass Sassy. 26 is a true rule of Caroga. After Birdo Prey, there are 25 Sassies before her." I don't think that's how it works. Richie Poole, no, I was not hungry. I didn't eat 25 Sassies. Josh says, "Well, Richie, Birdo Prey has beagle bites once a month now that we know what happens to beagles in Caroga. Professor Brainy Specs Qapla, Professor, and says Bird of Prey is so late. He's almost a day late for Dear Bop. This is true. Yeah, actually, I'm like 2 weeks late for Dear Bop. John Street says Professor Brainy Specs. You could say Bird of Prey is so late that he's early for next week. Dear Bops. And John Street says, make sure you use that Bird of Prey. No, even if you reuse it, I'm not making any promises. A lot of posts from Kronos, a lot of posts from Professor Brainy Specs. Captain Track says hello. Qapla, Captain Track. Sven the Naked Nordic Ninja says Dear Bop. Yes, that's what we'll be doing today, Sven. Welcome. Got what do we got? Captain Track puts in a link just for Kronos. Kronos says, please don't make me have to do things. I know it's terrible when people make you have to do things. And then I said hello. And Richie Poole says, what? No cinema Saturday? This on Saturday? Do I need to call my senator about this? Travesty. And I said, your senator's on thin ice, I hear. Because I've heard that, Kristen Cinema not getting the numbers she used to get there in Arizona. Professor Brainy Specs' Bird of Prey has lost his mind. Well, that's unrelated to anything else going on. And Kronos puts in a link that unfortunately I just can't follow now. Kronos says that bop. Not Ryan Johnson's in the house. Says hello and Qapla. Hail Caroga. Hail Caroga, not Ryan Johnson. What do we got? Richie Poole and Captain Track talking and John Street. John Street says, Captain Track, you know good and well Bird of Prey doesn't live in New York City. He lives in New Jersey, right across from New York City. Those are damned dirty lies. Captain Track says to Kronos, agreed, need to find a way to get Bird of Prey out of the toilet. Can we boost the value of his house? Wow. And LDG is in the chat. Qapla LDG. And Stardust Surfer is also in the chat. Qapla says, who put the bop in the bop shabop? Yes, who put the ram in the ram-a-lama ding dong? Qapla, everyone. Qapla. Stardust Surfer. Dan23 is also in the chat. Qapla Dan. Richie Poole says, if Bird of Prey gets kicked out of his house, can I have his Lego collection? No. Bradley Briggs says, zup, y'all. Zup, Bradley. Mike Richards says, greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Greetings, Mike Richards. Richie Poole says, Mike Richards, did you check out Bird of Prey 5's package? Never going to live that one down. Richie Poole, Mama Prey says the Lego collection is already spoken for. And I think we all know. I think we all know by who. Yes. Mike Richards is the God Emperor of Caroga has returned to us. I declare a holiday. And Kronos says, yay. I don't know if I'd go declaring a holiday just yet. Resolute Germ, Qapla, Resolute Germ says, hi all, Qapla, Resolute. Yes. Mama Pray says hello to everyone, but she's going to read for a while. Stardust Surfer says, the Emperor is coming, yes, and he's not pleased with the lack of progress. I'm not pleased with my own lack of progress, truth be told. John Street says to watch along with Bird of Prey bookmark. No, there's no screening room today, Josh Street. Thank you, but we don't need the screening room for Dear Bop. In fact, Dear Bop is just going to show up right there next to me, and we'll go through them. Robert Rose Jr. says hello today. Bird will pray, Mom will pray, and Sassy. Thank you, Robert. John Street says place your bets if Bird will pray skips all before the stream comments. Well, most of them. Robert Rose says, oh, sorry to hear you've been sick. Yeah, Robert, it's been a long couple of weeks, and it's looking like it's going to be another long couple of weeks probably still. John Street says, go and put a Dear Bop. No, you don't need to put in a Dear Bop unless you really have question you need advice on. But that is the link to it. So thank you, Josh Street. I made Ed S. a moderator accidentally. Now I've unmade Ed S. a moderator, but welcome, Ed S., to the channel. I think it's the first time I've seen you here. It says BedLife. Well, Ed, usually BedLife happens Mondays and Fridays, and usually Dear Bop is one section of a longer BedLife stream. But since I missed the last two BedLifes, maybe three BedLifes, and the Dear Bops have kept coming in, I decided that for Saturday, for today, we'll just read through the Dear Bops to try to get them under control. So welcome, Ed, and hello. And let's see, and of course, everything jumped. Bradley Briggs, his bird finally admitted it. He can't read. Did I? Kronos is wormy worm wazzle. Yes, because he's the slurm snail, the original party slug. Not Ryan Johnson says Bird of Prey. It's your fault. Everyone is chatting early. That's what happens when you are late. I see. No, it's what happens when I start the stream. When I put the stream up hours early, I should have waited. Stardust Service is like all emperors. He needs to make a dramatic entrance. Well, that's true. Jedi Bills is a low Bird of Prey. Qapla, brother warrior. Hail, Caroga. Qapla, Jedi Bill. Good to see you. Let's see. Springtime. Qapla, springtime. Says Bird of Prey. How do you buy a pet dog like Sassy the Super Beagle? Well, Sis O'Prey went to Texas and found a breeder that claimed to breed small beagles, or little beagles, something like that. And she went to the farm, and there was 6-month-old Sassy, and she got a good deal because she was already 6 months old. Most people want younger dogs, but she took Sassy. They brought her home on the plane, and the rest is history. Captain Track says, is it impossible to lose something? Bird of Prey, is it impossible to lose something you never had? Are you on top chat? Oh, I'm on live chat, but I am skipping quite a few because I just can't read them all today. Is it impossible to lose something you never had? Well, if you never had it, then you can't lose it, I would say. So I would accept that to be true. Richie Poole says, yes, Kristen's misplaced attempts at bipartisanship are not going over very well. I see. Is that the reason? Robert Rose Jr. says Anti-Tracker had surgery and then Bird of Prey got pneumonia. Bird of Prey tried to outdo Anti-Tracker. Yeah, well, it was tough that we were both out at the same time. Although I see last night he was able to do his Friday night stream for a couple hours, I guess. His Friday night Jeopardy, Nerdy. I was there for a bit. It seemed to be going well. Springtime is Bird of Prey. It's official. I have only 2 Blu-rays of Gen 3 track, both from Star Trek Lower Decks, and am not planning on getting Star Trek Discovery and Picard Blu-rays or DVD. Well, it seems like a good move, to be honest. I'm surprised you even got Lower Decks, but whatever makes you happy. The Random Menace is greetings from the future. Greetings, Joseph. Richie Pools is who gets the Lego collection. Charlie. Charlie obviously will inherit the Lego collection. If you know, if he so desires. Executive producer Saul Leibowitz is Qapla, Bird of Prey. Hail Caroga, hail Saul Leibowitz. We got here Resolute, Professor Brainy Specs. No screening room today, Professor. It's a Dear Bops. It's not a cinema Saturday. Jedi Bill says hello, Bird of Prey, Qapla. Qapla, Jedi Bill. Rabbit Slug says Bird of Prey. It's been a long road. Getting from there to here. Indeed, it has been, Kronos. There's no movie, Hector. Qapla, Hector. No movie. We're going to go through the Dear Bops in short order. And Kronos says Slurm rocks. Kronos says, Bird of Prey, can I steal some of your oxygen? I'm laughing too much. Oh, wait, probably not a good idea. I don't know why you're laughing, Kronos. Nothing funny has happened. Maybe you've got that laughing gas or something accidentally set up. Resolute Germs is Bird of Prey. This is a test to see if Dear Bop can. No, it's not trying to spin Dear Bop into its own show. I much prefer it as part of BedLife. And Professor Brainy Specs again says I've lost my mind. Well, and Chrono says cats are jerks. Well, we know cats are jerks. Dan says I'd rather be here than watching Eurovision happening now. I don't know what that is. I heard a little bit about Eurovision this morning, and I really don't know what it is. And frankly, that's okay. Robert Rose's Bird of Prey, are you going to vote for the Giuliani's son for governor of New York? I will hope, Robert, that someone more qualified runs. Super Blubberpuss. Uh-oh, what did I do? Okay. Super Blubberpuss is Bird of Prey. Hello. Good to see you. Hope all is well with you and your family. Thank you, Super Blubberpuss. I am working hard on recovering from pneumonia, but otherwise, okay. So let's go. Let's start our. We're going way back to May 12th, 10 days ago. Holy shit, 10 days ago is our first Dear Bop. Oh, the Random Menace with a $2, €2 super chat. Thank you, the Random Menace. That we need to bring up. There we go. Says, never saw the Dear Bop director's cut. Well, I guess you're going to see it today. Actress is Bird of Prey. You should see the movie where Will Ferrell goes to Eurovision. It's on Netflix. I've never heard of it. If you want to, I highly doubt such a movie exists. But okay, our first Dear Bop And of course, says, Dear Bop, check out this, lol. And of course, I'm going to click on the link, and it's not going to show up for you, is it? No, it does not. Motherfucker. Okay, well, it went to an Instagram post with a picture that I will, let me share the screen. God damn it. Okay. I tell you, this might be the only one we do. Okay. We will share the image. I know that you guys can see it. I'm pretty sure you guys can see it. There you go. Yes. So UC San Diego, masturbation notice. This is apparently was hung in the showers. And it says masturbation in the showers is a violation of the 6th College Housing Code. The shower drains are not designed to handle semen. Repairing clogged pipes is expensive and time consuming, and this costs HDH thousands of dollars per year in repairs. We understand that you must take care of your business. We ask you do so in your own room rather than in the showers. If your shower drain clogs, please call HDX Fix It at this phone number and see your RA for any questions. I gotta call bullshit on this. Now, it very well may be against the housing code. That I have little doubt, but it's all pipes. Okay, if the toilet can take it, the shower pipe could take it. I'm not saying you should do it, but with all that extra water going behind it, it is not clogging the shower. I highly doubt. What's clogging the shower is probably people's hair. That's the problem. Tell people that if they've got hair, they shouldn't use the shower. You've got to shave your head before you go in the shower, or maybe your body. That's the problem. It's not that. Okay, this is not a Dear Bop. You understand that there was no question here. There was no, yes, it's funny. It's a ha-ha moment. But this is generally not what Dear Bop should be used for. So thank you, but let's try to keep the Dear Bops to actual questions I can answer in the chat. Dan23 says, Bird of Prey. What do you think of the Star Trek prodigy children being prisoners in captivity and escaping? I heard about that, and it is amazing. It is completely and totally amazing at how little I care. I could not give a single ounce of shower semen about how little I care about the characters of Star Trek Prodigy. Let's just get that through everyone's head. I don't care. They all look like losers, and I hope they all die in the first mission. Actor says, Bird of Prey, Eurovision Song Contest. The Story of Fire Saga is the movie name. Excuse me for forgetting the title, but you're not excused for distrusting me. I'm just, as someone who likes Will Ferrell movies on occasion, the fact that I, didn't know of it, I really more distrusted myself. But thank you, actor. The Story of Fire Saga. And I see earlier on, Super Blubberpuss says, Bird of Prey, I didn't know you had pneumonia. So sorry. I had a double pneumonia a few years back, and I know it's terrible. Good luck on your recovery. Thank you so much, Super Blubberpuss. Knocking wood, it seems like it is so far only in one lung, just my right lung. So I guess that is a lot better than it could be. I didn't even think of a double pneumonia, to be honest. Let me tell you, even on just one lung, it's pretty bad. So I can't imagine two. I'm glad you recovered. Springtime's is Bird of Prey, BNN, breaking news channel. Canada and Iran are planning on jamming all communications, TV, radio, and internet in New Jersey. Joe Biden is calling this a new day for U.S.-Iranian relations. I think we'll be okay. Resu Germ says, Bird of Prey, Dear Bop has good potential as a solo show, maybe as a panel show. Yes, and we are doing it through StreamYard. And I say we, meaning I. But if need be, I could bring some people up. But right now, so far, so good. And Professor Brainy Specs reminds us all about the final episode of A Question of Trek tonight at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And I know I told you the guys this last time, but this time I really do make a cameo appearance in the show tonight. So I suggest everybody be there to watch it. And Dan23 says, Bird of Prey, what do you think? Yeah, that's what I think about Prodigy. Chrono says, how many lungs do you have? 2. Super Blubberpuss says, you're lucky to be home. I spent 45 days in the hospital. Holy shit. Well, Super Blubberpuss, the truth is I'm not 100% sure if I will maybe end up in the hospital or not. Oh, Anti-Tracker's here. Hey, Anti-Tracker. Anti-Tracker, do you want to handle some Dear Bops? Hey guys, not gonna lie, says Anti-Tracker. I feel like crap. Not sure I will be able to stream tomorrow or not, but I am doing what I can to recover. Well, I do hope you feel better, Anti-Tracker. It looks like your Jeopardy last night went pretty well. The Random Menace is unfortunately the movie Eurovision movie exists. It is as disastrous as the existence of any Will Ferrell movie or the actor himself. Wow. That is. So we've made progress we had 1 Dear Bop so far. This is okay. Let's see. Okay, let's go on to the next Dear Bop, or I feel like we will never get there. Yay, 1 Dear Bop down indeed. Okay, here we go. Dear Bop, hello, Joe. We are the blonde and brunette from the dream that you disclosed last week to your audience. No biggie that you told your friends about us, but we would prefer confidentially moving forward. Just a heads up on tonight's dream, so you will be sure to get into a deep sleep so we can deliver. We will start the dream with you holding your bed rolled into the interior of an alien spacecraft. Don't ask why, as this is a dream. Annalisa, the blonde, and me, the brunette, will cleanse your unclothed body with a coconut and lavender type lotion, making sure to take care of the most important areas. Then I, Cherry, I thought you were Annalisa. Oh, the other one's Annalisa. Then I, Cherry, will be lowered on top of your prone body. God. To ride you like a bronco while Alyssa plays an acoustic guitar of Sinatra songs. All the while. No, what? No, I'm not reading this anymore. I'm not falling asleep anymore. And Annalisa and I also have an appointment to visit Deej tonight. Jesus Christ. With love and kisses, Cherry. Again, no question. There's no Dear Bop here. And yes, I also do mix Alex Trebek. Kronos, you're right. This is not a Dear Bop. Okay, maybe this is a Dear Bop. Dear Bop, I need your help on this one. So I just received my real doll, a realistic sex doll, in the mail. They made it to all my specifications with the measurements 49, 39, 56, done perfectly. Hair color is red, so check mark there. But darn it, they missed the obvious enhancement I requested, and I'm not sure if I should send it back or not. Maybe you have an idea of what I can do. I asked for the she-male version, but it doesn't have proper equipment, if you know what I mean. How the heck am I supposed to work with this if it isn't properly equipped? What should I do, Bop, as I waited 6 months for this thing to arrive? Thank you for your help, the real RXP. No. Okay, first off, we know this is not the real RXP. Second, I have no experience with she-males, but if you really did wait 6 months and you ordered this new, you probably paid many thousands of dollars. So you absolutely should call them and say, hey, I did not get what I paid for, and demand they fix it. I don't have the, you should do that. You owe it to yourself. I know obviously this is all fake and bullshit, but if you really were, I ordered a wheelchair ramp, a little one, just a few inches, to help me get out my front door once. And they were an inch off the specifications I sent. And it was like $1,200 for what I ordered. And I called them. I was like, hey, listen, you have the specifications, but this isn't wrong. And they looked at it and they measured it and they're like, shit. They apologized and they sent a new one. They knew they fucked up. It happens sometimes. And they're, they probably want to, because these places operate on word of mouth mostly. So, they want to be helpful. Springtime says, Vertebrae. Dear Bop, how do we use a furry suit friend, possibly lover, for a man you in living in New York or possibly New Jersey, if we can get past the United Nations troops and Trump fans? What? Dear Bop, how do we find a furry suit friend, possibly a lover, for a man you in living in New York or possibly New Jersey, if we can get past the United Nations troops and Trump fans? Springtime, there's some typos in that. I'm going to need them fixed. Moxley fan, Qapla Moxley, says, Bird of Prey, Qapla Bird, hope you and the family are doing well today. Well, Moxley, I'm still recovering from pneumonia, but otherwise, we're doing okay. Super Blubberpuss's Vertebrae stopped watching Jeopardy when Trebek died. Same as the Tonight Show when Johnny Carson died. Some people cannot be replaced. Qapla Darth Maul. Richie Poole says a little one, just a few inches. Did I? Whatever. Chrono says you do sound much better. Mucho better now. Thank you, Kronos. I don't know what that word is, Kronos. Kinemona? The Random Menace is Vertebrae. Please, your opinion about this. It's a Babylon Bee, so it's fake. Okay, the Babylon Bee is fake. I don't like fake news, Random Menace. Whether it's the Onion or the Babylon Bee, fake news is a total waste of time. It's not funny. I don't find them funny. I find them annoying and wasteful. I don't. Let's see. Copy link address. Let me go to it, but I can tell. Yes, I want to leave YouTube. Lego unveils genderless bricks with no male or female connectors. So it's just a plastic square like a Jenga block. You know, like I said, it's Babylon Bee. So I don't like it as a matter of course. That said, I'm not surprised. And truth be told, I can have almost as much fun playing with Jenga blocks as I can playing with Legos. But yeah. Okay. Another Dear Bop. Dear Bop, it's Helga Finkelbaum of the Billy Barty Foundation checking in with you. We see that you did accept our terms for scholarship to a participating university. We are very excited that you have chosen Kurdistan University as it provides excellent opportunities to learn new skills in sewage and waste handling. We understand that Caroga has serious need for those who can deal with tons of fecal matter and gallons of gelogia. Congratulations on your quest to become a human waste engineering student at UTurd, and we hope to hear from you once you've received your graduation credentials. All the best, Helga. Okay, I'll give you. That was a good one. There are worse careers one could pursue, but there are not much worse universities than the UTurd, University of Kurdistan. Kronos wants me to just sound out the word pneumonia. Oh, pneumonia. I get it now. Actress is the Random Menace, annoying and is wasteful, just like Will Ferrell. Moxley fans, Vertebrae, I enjoyed the UPS rant video you put out. Thank you, Moxley. Yeah, that was from back in March. I had no idea it was that long ago. Springtime says, Vertebrae, Dear Bop, how do we find a furry suit wearing lover for a man, you living in New York, possibly New Jersey, if we can get past the Canadian and Iranian UN troops and Trump supporters? Probably most men do not want a lover wearing a furry suit. So I would say don't bother trying. Dear Bop, can you help me find my pants? I went to a gay dance club last night to celebrate the end of mask requirements and got a bit tipsy. I'm sure you're familiar with this situation, but now I end up at my home in only my undershorts and socks. Granted, I think that I had a great time, as I did have a certain connection with several dancers in the back room, and my Secret Service team was able to get me home at some point. My problem is, how do I tell my wife that I'm now missing the pair of pants she just bought me for my birthday? Michelle can be a real... No, I cannot read that. At any rate, I'm hoping that you may have some salient advice for me. You always helped me out, as you did provide the advice to get rid of my male lovers prior to running for president in 2008. Thanks, Bop, Barack O. Your wife knows. Barry, your wife knows. You don't have to hide these things from her. Okay? Just be honest, and she'll respect you more. Moxley says, sorry to hear you had pneumonia. Glad you're recovering. Technically, Moxley, I have pneumonia. I hope I'm recovering, but I'm still on antibiotics, and I've gotten no follow-up or anything yet to say that I'm officially recovering. But thank you. I couldn't read that sentence, Hector. I skipped to the next sentence. Dear Bop, where were the first conclusive advances made on toroidal space-time distortion, and by whom? That sounds like something Dax did. Apparently, the first conclusive advances were made at Cambridge, Massachusetts, Earth, in 2052. In 2286, as part of his memory test. That's right. Spock was asked by the computer in Star Trek IV to identify what happened and who was responsible. He answered correctly. Correct. How do you feel? How do you feel? How do you feel? What's the problem, Spock? I don't understand the question, Mother. But you're half human. The computer knows that. The question is irrelevant. Spock, as the retraining of your mind has been in the Vulcan way, you don't understand feelings. But as my son, you have them. They will surface. And I forget exactly what he says. Since you deem them of value. And then she gets into the whole, do the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few? I would accept that as an axiom. Well, then you stand here today, made by as a error made by your flawed feeling human friends. They believe the needs of you, of the one, you, Spock, outweighed the needs of the many. Humans are not logical. They certainly are not. Dear Bop, who said logic is the cement of our civilization, with which we ascend from chaos using reason as our guide? Surak, I'm pretty sure. Arabic Sonder with a $2 super chat says, Qapla, bird of prey. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to you, Arabic Sonder. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yes, I miss the member berries. Yes, great lines from Star Trek 4. Pretty sure that was Sirach. Dear Bob, what is the molecular force formula for ionium sulfide crystals? I can't tell you. And then adjust the thing of the sine wave so that antiphotons can pass through, but antineutrinos cannot. What is the significant contribution to bioengineering made in the Lunacrin outpost on Kledik? God damn it. Dear Bob, what was Kiri Kitka's first law of metaphysics? How do you feel? I feel tired and I feel used. Oh, I mean, I don't understand the question. Dan hates the YouTube app settings for video quality. How do you feel? How do you feel? I would say this was an error, but I'm pretty sure the fact that it asked me how do I feel 3 times in a row was legit. Dear Bop, portrait of a frightened man. Mr. Robert Wilson, 37, husband, father, and salesman on sick leave. Mr. Wilson has just discharged from a sanitarium where he spent the last 6 months recovering from a nervous breakdown, the onset of which took place on an evening not dissimilar to this one, on an airliner very much like the one in which Mr. Wilson is about to be flown home. The difference being that on the evening a year and a half ago, Mr. Wilson's flight was terminated by the onslaught of mental breakdown. Tonight, he's traveling all the way to his appointed destination, which, contrary to Mr. Wilson's plan, happens to be in the darkest corner of the Twilight Zone. Yes, terror at 20,000 feet. The original William Shatner, I don't know if it's the first, but the most thought about William Shatner episode of the Twilight Zone. There's a man on the wing. And he takes the gun from the cop and he just starts shooting it out the wing of the plane. And the gremlin just jumps off the plane. And then he comes back later. And then it's not till he lands that the pilot and co-pilot see that something had torn up the wing. Doesn't matter. He's still crazy. He's going back to the hospital. Dear Bob, gremlins. I'm not imagining it. He's out there. Don't look. He's not out there now. He jumps away whenever anyone might see him except me. Yes, Robert Wilson. Kronos says, I need to know how to make transparent aluminum. Tell me now. Richie Pools is on the next episode of Cinema Saturday. Birdo Prey 5 will reenact Star Trek 4 in its entirety, including all sound effects. You have a message for your mother. Yes. Tell her I feel fine. Sarek gives him a weird look. I would love to reenact Star Trek 4. Not necessarily on a Cinema Saturday. I wish there was a director's cut of Star Trek 4. I've got the director's cut of Star Trek 2, and I was really considering doing a Cinema Saturday with Star Trek 2 director's cut. Since we already did the regular Star Trek 2, we could do it again with the director's cut. Dear Bop, the flight of Mr. Robert Wilson has ended now. A flight not only from point A to B, but also from the fear of recurring mental breakdown. Mr. Wilson has that fear no longer. though for the moment he is, as he said, alone in this assurance. Happily, his conviction will not remain isolated too much longer. For happily, tangible manifestation is very often left as evidence of trespass, even from such an intangible quarter as the Twilight Zone. These are some good ones. I mean, they're not Dear Bops, but at least they're making me feel better. Kronos grabs vacuum cleaner and yells Wilson. Yeah, those were from Monday. So now we're moving on to Wednesday. Dear Bop, I'm not sure who the dummy is that I need to reach out to, but I was told to use this email link. I'm Jim Davis, the creator and writer of Garfield. I searched for your license paperwork to use Garfield on your live streams, but couldn't seem to find one. You know there's a license agreement to use Garfield's likeness, right? Well, here's the deal. Either you pay a lifetime license fee of $69.69, or our legal team will be contacting you, and you will need to cease and desist in using Garfield's likeness. I wish it was under better circumstances, but I had to reach out to you, but business is business. Just so you know, I do have some interest in this science fiction crap, and even have written many ships with Garfield in outer space. He's quite the space explorer, a true catronaut. Anyway, I have attached a handy link for you to pay your license fee. Take care, Bop. And then there's a link for gocomics.com, license fee for dummies who use Garfield illegally. I know that this is not a real link, but I have to just try. Yeah, no, okay. I would say for $69, I'd pay it, but you're trying to scare me. I would love to see Garfield in space. That should be the title of his next book, Garfield in Space. And it could all be a parody of Star Trek. Could have Odie as Spock and Nermal as Uhura. And I don't know. Well, Garfield would be Kirk. Dear Bop, I identify as a heterosexual male who likes women. What is that called these days? I feel like the exception to the rule. Anyway, I like women who have vaginas. I'm a 3-input kind of guy, if you know what I mean. I don't need any extra equipment dangling around the target. Well, Bop, no real question for today. Just wanted some place to vent and appreciate the space to accommodate. Thank you, Deej. Okay, Deej. I'm pretty sure it's just called heterosexual man, or well, that's probably just the best way to go for it. Caroga would just call it normal. Not to say that abnormal is bad, or that other people aren't valid people, but it is the vast majority of the population. So, but that's up to you, how you want to define yourself. Richie Pools is vertebrae. When are we going to see the maiden voyage of the SOB Garfield in Space Engineers? Well, I don't know. I haven't been in Space Engineers in like 2 or 3 weeks. Honestly, I'm not even sure if my ships or space stations still have any power. They've probably all been deleted, or may all have been deleted by Cinnabon's server. So, Yeah, I honestly don't know, Richie Poole. I mean, might the day for space engineers may have come and went. Dear Bop, I can't wear caps because it makes my forehead warm and gives me headaches. So I put the cap and sometime later I take it off because of my forehead gets warm and headache is coming. This would happen with any cap any time of the year. I do wish I could wear them. How do I deal with being unable to do this? I don't know if anyone else gets this, if their forehead is covered by anything. I do not have that problem. I mean, yeah, a hat can make your head sweatier. Get a hat that has if you do a ball cap, make sure you get the one with the mesh in the back so you can get some air so it can breathe. Don't put on a hat that has no breathable mesh if you're going to have sweating issues. Hey, listen, some people probably just can't wear some people can't wear masks, some people can't wear hats. Might just be the way you're made. I wouldn't worry about it. The only thing I could think of would be wearing like a ice pack or something under your hat, but that would just probably result in a bigger mess than it was worth. Skipping this one. Dear Bop, Executive Order 66. Okay. Dear Bop, make it so. Dear Bop, do it. Do it. Do it. Dear Bop, so I need to take a new food supplement. What are the benefits of taking soya? I hear you can take it in capsules or in milk and other products. Also, I don't like tofu. The hell is soya? Do you mean soy? Nobody has to take soy supplements. Soya bean or soybean, a species of legume native to East Asia. Soybean. What's the difference? In the US, it's known as soy, S-O-Y. I prefer my soy as edamame, I'll be honest. That's the only way I enjoy it. And even then, I'm very limited to how much I eat. I would get a second opinion on whoever tells you need to add more soy to your diet. Like what's the goal that you need to add more soy? My guess is you have a quack doctor. Dear Bop. Hey Joe, it's Fang Fang here. Sorry it's been so long. I've been so busy working at Panda Express, coming up with new dishes you and Neopraise will love, that I forget to come to your house to see you, little stinker. I just wanted to mention that your government passed a new Asian hate crime bill, so you need to be nice to me. No more that silly saying, don't you come over here no more, as that is not nice to me. So we do everything I say, okay? I want to come over and watch Barney and Friends, your favorite show, with you tonight. You're so funny that you like that big fat purple dinosaur. You quack me up when I sing I love you, you love me. That's so funny I almost pee my panties. I be there right after you get off this live stream for your loser friends. See you soon, Jojo, your girlfriend, Fang Fang. Fang Fang, I'm pretty sure the anti-Asian hate crime bill does not work like you think it does. I'm still allowed to say, do not come over. Richie Pools, his bird of prey, gets his soy flakes from Deej Odyssey. That's true. Deej is the #1 soy supplier of Illinois. Dear Bop 911. Dear Bop Crystal Skull. Dear Bop, I can't stop farting when I'm nervous. Farting? What the fuck is farting? I think they mean farting. They wrote farting, though. I can't stop farting when I'm nervous. Flatulence. What do you suggest I do not do? What do you suggest I do not to be so nervous? This happens at the dentist, medical surgery, hairdresser. To name a few places, please help. Well, I suggest you work on your diet and prevent the flatulence from forming. You might need to take some probiotic, add some probiotic yogurt to your daily your daily meal. Take a probiotic pill. If you're lactose intolerant, even a little bit, maybe cut out your dairy, cut out milk. Work on that. That's the best way. Because if you're just going to go after the flatulence, you're never gonna get it. You've got to get a hold of what's causing the flatulence. Dear Bop, when I'm getting a haircut, I'm nervous that my ear is going to get cut. What do you suggest I do to keep calm and not worry? Also, I cannot look at anything because I have to take my glasses off and I can almost not see without them. Well, I mean, if your hair cutter uses electric clippers, like I think most do these days, it's damn near impossible to cut your ear off. It's almost impossible to cut anything except hair. If you're using scissors and you're afraid, maybe you want to find a hairdresser or a barber that you trust more. Because I'll be honest, I was afraid of many, many, many things as a kid and as an adult. But the barber accidentally cutting my ear off was not one of them. I had trust that they were fairly good at their job. The electric razor, that did scare me until they put it on my arm and proved to me it couldn't cut me even if it tried to cut me. So that was actually a pretty solid test that made me feel better. But for regular scissors, I just always assumed they were competent enough to use them. Frono says, I lactose intolerant. I'm lactose intolerant, says Kronos. If you are Kronos, that's fine. There's a milk called Lactaid. You don't even need to take pills. Dear Bop, what do you think? Where do you think I should put my books as I don't have a bookshelf? Buy a bookshelf or just make a bookshelf. Get some milk crates and use them. We've kept a lot of books in milk crates. Do yourself a favor. If you are keeping your books on the floor, put a spacer or something underneath. Make sure you keep them like 1 inch or 2 inches off the floor, just in case you ever get a puddle or some little bit amount of water. You don't ruin all the books in the box. Because if the box even gets damp the capillary action will pull the water up the sides of the box and ruin the books. So you make sure you're a couple inches off the ground. The water will never touch the books, and you'll be all set. No, Carogans do not put books in bonfires. Only Kindles. Dear Bop, are you inspired to do Dear Bop because you saw Oprah help people? No. The inspiration for Dear Bop was Dear Abby. Dear Bop. Dear Bop, Pewat Vol Blader Bind Surjupus Voyos Slipment Voltaire Questions Idus et Resto Lacut de Mac Chama YouTube Porine Vorte Response. God damn it. It sounds like Spanish. I mean French. I have no effing idea what it is you want. New rule for Dear Bop. Speak the English. Let's see. Translate. Google. I don't even know if Google's going to be able to figure it out. Not Italian. God damn it, detect. Can he help you? Of course he can. Just post your question below and stay tuned to my YouTube channel for your answer. So that's me advertising Dear Bop in French. But in English, please, if you have any problems. No, I'm not summoning demons, Kronos. And actors is excellent mixture of French, Italian, and Indian. Reading that question. Thank you. Dear Bop, were lie de herd Harris. War. Okay, now this looks like German. I can't even begin to pronounce. Yes. Who let the dogs out? That's what it says. Who let the dogs out? Who? Who let the dogs out? So people are trying to get around the no song stuff by putting it in foreign languages. So who let the dogs out is where lie die Hund heraus. Hund sounds like hound. Who, where is like who. Lie is like let. Die is the. Hyundai is dog. And Harris is out, I guess. And the only one that doesn't make sense is Harris. Dear Bop, I'm going to have a viewing party. Which of these two shows should I choose to use? Battlestar Galactica 2004 or Stargate SG-1? I would do Battlestar Galactica 2004 because it's a lot shorter series. And you could presumably finish it. Like if you did SG-1, even if you did 2 or 3 episodes a week, it would take you years and years to finish. And then you have to deal with Atlantis too, because the shows are interconnected. Whereas if you just do Battlestar Galactica 2004, you could conceivably be done in a couple of years. It's a long-term commitment, but it's also an excellent show. And frankly, I'm already watching Stargate on my free time, but I'd be probably a little more interested in rewatching Battlestar Galactica personally. Kronos says he comes from a land down under. Oi. Bradley Briggs says SG1 is a long series indeed. Dear Bop, what button do I press on a computer keyboard when it says press any key? There is no button that say any on it. Yeah, I know there's no any key. Basically, when it says press any key, it means you can choose absolutely any key on your keyboard except one key. There is, in fact, one and only one key that will not work when it says press any key. Can any of you figure it out? I'll give you guys a minute. Who's the first one that can tell me the one key that doesn't work? Arabic Saunders is Bird of Prey. Can you say space, the final frontier in Aussie Prey? Just pronounce space like spice. Oi, spice, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life forms and new civilizations, to boldly go where no Aussie has gone before. Dun, 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 dun. Robert Rose says, I thought Stargate was just a movie. No, it's a lot more than movie. Okay, the one key you can't press when it says press any key is caps lock. You can keep pressing caps lock to your heart's content, and it will not get past the screen. But if you press any key besides caps lock, even if it's shift or esc or del or hum or pigup, any of those, they'll all work fine. Arrow key, shift, but not the caps lock. Tab, that'll work. The number 5, any other key except caps lock will get you past any key. What was awful? You sit my Aussie Prey doing the Enterprise, the Star Trek intro was awful. You guys have a lot to learn about quality. Okay, the real RXP says, to quote Arnold Schwarzenegger in Terminator, fuck you, asshole. All the best, Gary Katzler, youtube.com/Rocksolid Productions. So I guess whoever signed their message from RXP, I think the real RXP, I think Rock Solid is not happy with you right now. Dear Poop, have you ever had your insides flushed out by a cleaning tube up your butthole? I have to go for this at my local hospital next week, and I'm not looking forward to it. If by that you mean the colonoscopy, no, thankfully. One thing I have not had the misfortune of having to endure yet. And yes, so they were telling you, when they told you any key, they were lying to you. Yes, Richie. And Chronos says, my caps lock is working quite well. I didn't say it wasn't working. I'm just saying that it won't get you through any key. Dear Poop. Yes, that's it's a double of the same question. I'll delete that. Dear Bop. Yeah, I guess there's some emojis that don't work in email. But good luck with that. Dear Bop, I'm having issues with my 13-year-old son. He takes showers at least 5 times every day. What's he doing in there? The bill will be pretty high. He's probably just cleaning your pipes. He probably got notice. I mean, 13 is pretty young to get notice from your college, but he's probably just, cleaning out the pipes, making sure the water flows well. Dear Bop, how hard is it to watch Anti-Trigger's videos? He never uploads. In a long while, he hasn't uploaded. This is true, because Anti-Trigger has been going through his own medical problems. So believe me, if anybody understands that, I do. But what you might not know is that he has been streaming not only on YouTube, but also on Twitter. So if you're not subscribed to him on Twitter, you should be, or you will be missing probably half the live streams he does these days. And I believe his name on Twitter is Michael J. Crawford. He's not Anti-Tracker anymore on Twitter. So, not Twitter, Twitch. Twitch. I always say Twitter. Twitch.tv. So if you want to get more Anti-Tracker, look for Michael J. Crawford on Twitch. Otherwise, I suspect once he's feeling better, which hopefully is soon, but we don't know, unfortunately. He doesn't know. He will be doing more video uploads, I'm sure. Dear Bop, do you have any recommendations for a rear leg wheelchair for a dog? Unfortunately, one of my dogs lost his mobility and his hindquarters over the last 3 days. It's quite heartbreaking to see him suffer with lack of confidence. He seems embarrassed and we feel helpless. Unfortunately, I know I don't have any experience with doggy wheelchairs. I would imagine whatever fits, whatever works will probably be just fine. We did at work, when I was working for my boss, who was living out of his house in San Diego at the time. So for, 6 months a year, we'd go to his house for work. He had 2 pretty big black labs, one named Yagi and one named Meisty, because he owned the rights to import Jägermeister. Anyway, Yagi one day, we don't know if it was a stroke or whatever, but had become paralyzed in the back legs. And so what we did was we just bought a dolly, like at Home Depot, a dolly, and we put a piece of plastic or something over it, and a towel on it. And so Yagi could lay on the dolly, and with her front legs, she could kind of pull herself around the house. And we honestly felt terrible for her. And she was like this for months. I mean, and unfortunately, while she could get around, she couldn't, pee or poop easily. So she was often making a mess and had to be cleaned. And I mean, granted, the boss made enough money to have many people who would do this for him. But at some point, we just literally felt bad and like, were we doing a disservice by even, by keeping the dog alive? Like, was the dog suffering? And it was heartbreaking to me. And I honestly almost took it upon myself because everybody in the house was thinking we've got to put this dog down, but nobody wanted to be the one to do it. And I almost just, was going to do it. And then we went to Hawaii, and he brought his New York housekeeper to California to watch his California house. And his New York housekeeper was this old Jamaican lady. And when we got back, Yagi was walking perfectly. 100% cured. We have no idea what she did, what happened, but somehow Yagi made a 100% recovery in the 3.5 weeks we were in Hawaii. And the dog had another couple of years in her before she passed. So I don't know. But I do know that, and that still gives me some hope for myself, is that somewhere out there is something that can fix this type of thing overnight. I just wish I talked to this woman. She has since passed away. I never asked her. What did she do? Commodore Ty says, well, he's cleaning his pipe, Bird of Prey. That's probably what he's doing. Jedi Bill says, hey, Bird of Prey, do you know where Burgers Canyon is? Or what a wampum rat is? Is that something from Star Wars? Twitch, not Twitter. Thank you, Commodore. Yes, Twitch. I mean Twitch. Richie Pools is Bird of Prey. Dear Bop, when I call my senator later to complain about there being no cinema sad day, would it be okay if I ask her out to dinner? Yeah, why not? Worst she can say is no. I guess the worst you can do is send the police to your house to shoot you. But, realistically, the worst you can say is no. Dear Bop, I'm through the first full season of For All Mankind and a quarter of the way through season 2. A few things. Just want to know if I'm alone. 1, does the actor who plays Gordo remind anyone else of Connor Trinner, aka Trip? You know what? He does a bit. I wouldn't have thought about it until you said it, but yeah. 2, did you notice Linda Park was the newscaster in season 2? I did not. And I'll be honest, I'm not sure exactly who Linda Park is. So we're going to Google that. Linda Park, actress, Korean-born American actress, best known for her portrayal as Hoshi. Hoshi was that was Hoshi? God damn it. How did I miss that? 3, are they really trying to say the Soviet Union was the way to go and freedom held the space program back? I don't think that's what they're saying. And I think as you see season 2, it's more clear. 4, the death in season 1, I saw it coming miles away. Did you? The death in season 1. Oh, it's been so long since I've seen season 1. Let me think about that a second. In the meantime, we got a $1 donation. Thank you. Although it appears to be me who donated to myself. Roberto Prey 5 donated $1. and said the following movie is being brought to you by the Caroga Health Institute of Technology. Remember, don't eat fish, especially Carogan fish. Take it from me, Berto Prey 5, the head of the Caroga Health Institute of Technology, or CHIT. Wow. Okay, first season death. I guess not, because I forget the first season death already. And if you don't understand why, I don't want to give away season 2, but you ain't seen nothing yet. And number 5, does the end of the second season get more woke? I'm not getting much wokeness myself. Yes, it does. In fact, right around episode 6, the wokeness jumps up a pretty big factor. It does slowly get woker to episode 5, but it's episode 6 where it's like, okay, we're here and we're not going back. That said, it is still worth watching. Okay, there's a difference between woke and bad, and while I grant you, it is harder to have a good woke show. It is not impossible to have a good woke show, and I would say that this is one of the few shows that, even though it goes pretty woke by the end of season 2, it's still worth watching. And to be fair, it doesn't go, maybe say completely woke is an overkill, because there are still male heroes. There are still white straight men who are heroes. There are still white straight men who have decision-making capabilities. But all of a sudden, you got woman making the vast majority of the decisions. But it's fine. It's still a very good show, and I'm really glad you're enjoying it so far. I can't tell you what the biggest surprise for me was in season 1 without giving away too much to somebody who might not have seen it. But let's just say what comes to light at the congressional hearings kind of made me, and then the woman's reaction to it kind of made me feel pretty bad. I felt bad for the guy. Carlos says, isn't woke part of an egg? That would be the yolk. Similar, but different. What else we got? Carlo Albanese says, is there a cosmic consensus, bird of prey? Is that God? Can we make an experiment to find out? I do not believe a cosmic consensus is God, even if there is a cosmic consensus. And even if there is one, I don't know that we can do any type of experiment. I don't think there's any experiment we can do to prove God exists. And then the Streamlab says Bird of Prey tipped $1, which I didn't, but I thanked the dollar. Carlo puts in, Bird of Prey, Sassy, and Nephew of Prey emojis, and placeholder emojis for Sis of Prey and Mama Prey. Hoshi is apparently in season 2 of For All Mankind, Richie Poole. It's on Apple TV. You don't need an Apple device to get Apple TV. You can get Apple TV from your Roku or your Amazon Fire TV. I believe the Android store has Apple TV in it as well. And if you don't, you can always watch Apple TV through your web browser at tv.apple.com. So there's really no reason not to get it. But definitely if you've got Roku or Amazon Fire TV, it's much easier to get and to watch. Or of course, if you have Apple TV device, then you could always get it like that. I strongly recommend people watch the show. Now, the other show I have to strongly recommend is called Manhattan. It's on Hulu and it came out in 2014. There's 2 seasons and it's about the Manhattan Project. It's set in the backdrop of the secret city set up in New Mexico, where the scientists and their families were living as they worked on the nuclear bombs in secret. Robert Rose Jr. says, question, Bird of Prey, could Star Wars or Star Trek universe fend off of being like Galactus? I've never really seen, or the only thing I know about Galactus is what I've heard Anti-Trekker talk about, and some other random YouTubers, since I never read any Marvel comics. But my thought would be no. If Galactus is as powerful as I've been told, to be honest, even Thanos with the Infinity Stones, there is no force, in my opinion, there is no force in Star Trek or Star Wars, well, certainly not Star Trek, that would defeat Thanos. Star Wars has magic, so maybe their one magic fights another magic, like since you could just have the Force, and you think, well, maybe the Force just pulls all the Infinity Stones out of the gauntlet and spreads them across the universe. I guess, who's to say? So but in the Star Trek universe, I mean, you're just having magic versus science. I think magic wins, because science is going to have limits. Magic doesn't. Dear Bop, by the way, Tracy Steffens in For All Mankind. Holy hell, is she smoking hot? Well, there's quite a few, but let's see who is that particular one. She is cute. I think there are cuter, but she is pretty cute. Okay. So guys, that will conclude our Dear Bop stream for today. Richie Poole says, Bird of Prey, which are more painful, Infinity Stones or kidney stones? Well, If they're on your wrist, I would say neither are particularly painful. But if you've got to get them out of your body, well, infinity stones are a hell of a lot bigger than most kidney stones. Anyway. So thank you all for hanging out here. Thank you for watching Dear Bop. We are now caught up with Dear Bop. If by some miracle I am feeling up to doing BedLife on Monday, then we will continue with the Dear Bops on Monday, as if we get any new ones. As of right now, hold on a second. Excuse me. As of right now, I'm going to try to do Futurama Sunday tomorrow at the normal time, 3 p.m. Eastern. But that's as far as I'm thinking ahead. We'll see what else happens between now and then. So thank you again. Robert Rose's Star Trek universe has the Q and that planet of beings and Plato's stepchildren. Yeah, but they're not. I don't consider them magic. Captain Trek says, thank you. You're welcome, Captain. Carlos says, praise the soup with Jedi Bill. Enjoy a good brew, Captain Trek. And as always, hail Caroga, Berto Pray 5. Thank you, Carlo. And Carlo says, Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Berto Pray 5 might eat the out-of-date spam. Mama pray save for him when he reviews Futurama. Tune in to hopefully find out. That's true. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Who knows what? With that, guys, Qapla all and bird out. But wait, there's more. The video might be over, but there's more fun to be had. First, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel and have clicked that bell icon to get notifications of new videos in your YouTube feed. Share this video on social media to help this channel fight the algorithm that favors big media. Also check out www.bertopray5.com for links to my other channels, various social media accounts, merch store, Dear Bop, affiliate links, and all your Berto Pray 5 needs. At the main Berto Pray 5 YouTube channel, you can find all sorts of live streams and unlisted videos, YouTube membership options, and a community section with polls and updates on the channel. On the secondary channel, Berto Pray 5X, you can find overflow content that doesn't always make the main channel. Subscribe to both channels, please. Thanks for watching. Remember, I stream almost every day. This is Berto Pray 5 saying goodbye, world. Until next time. P.S. Hail Sassy, hail Charlie, and of course, hail Caroga.